Alright, so here's an article stating British Columbia is a racist name and needs to go according to this artist. But why? Why does he think it's racist? Well, let me read it to you and we will find out. So, okay, first things first, here we have this picture of what I believe is Vancouver. Those are a slight chance to be Victoria. Actually, I had a dog picture. But anyway, that's beside the point. Let's scroll down and dive into this. So, it's not the Queen Charlotte Islands anymore, but Haida Gwaii. Now, to be honest here, I do think Haida Gwaii sounds much cooler than Queen Charlotte Islands, but even if they were still called the Queen Charlotte Islands, I wouldn't have a problem with it, because Queen Charlotte, yeah, it sounds like a bit of a classy name, but Haida Gwaii does sound immediately cooler, and it's not just because it's stylish or whatever, it just sounds cooler to me, and that's just that. Now, okay, continuing on. The Salish Sea and Guuzaka Sea are less well-known attempts to rename British Columbia places to acknowledge the presence of the Aboriginal people. And now here we have a prominent Aboriginal artist who's now arguing that the name of our province needs a wholesale rethink. So it's not just these settlements here and there anymore, but he thinks the entire province needs a name change. And is pushing for the issue to be put to a provincial referendum. So, wow, he is getting serious. He wants to push it to a provincial level to get this name changed. But why? What's so bad about it? Well, this is what he says. It's a colonial, ugly, creepy, Canadiana, racist name, said Lawrence Paul Yoxwell-Lupetin. A 30-year-old retrospective of Yoxwell-Lupetin's work is currently on display at the Museum of Anthropology, which has launched a campaign called #RenameBC that will wrap up this weekend as the exhibition closes. So you can go to Twitter and look this up, and I guess suggest names for this province. I haven't looked this up yet, though. I don't know if people are going to suggest anything, or some people are probably going to be like, oh, I know you should name BC, rename BC, British Columbia, because the name is fine as it is. Well, I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet, so let's just carry on. Some of the suggestions submitted so far through Twitter have included Chocopasoka, Twitter user StarbuckBeak writes, in Chinook, Wawa, trade language of Old Columbia, it means sea to sky. Now, is sea to sky really a fitting name for this province, or in this case, Chocoposa? Well, let's see. You have to kind of look at the province and think about it. British Columbia is mostly about its forests, its mountains, its streams, and the Pacific Ocean. So, yeah, I guess it does sound kind of fitting, but would people really embrace the name Chocopaksoa? No, okay, I'm pronouncing the name so badly. Chocopaksosa. Okay, so as you can see there, with me being an English speaker, I had a hard time pronouncing that name. So you can just imagine for the I believe 4.6 million residents, most people would not be able to grasp that. I mean, I probably could grasp it if I did a better job and if I was actually trying, but here I am just narrating and commenting on this article. So let's just move past that and pretend I didn't even say that. Now, okay. Hias Ilahi, Chinook for Great Land, writes Twitter user at Left Coast Racing, or Klahoya, Chinook for welcome. Welcome or hello. 3C and Landfall are two other suggestions. Now, okay, 3C, I'm not so sure about that. Landfall, again, I'm also not so sure about that. I think, actually, no, let's just be honest. Klahoya is a lot easier to pronounce and I guess somewhat better than the Chocopaksosa. Actually, I butchered that again, but I can't speak Salish or Wawa. Yoxwell-Lupetin especially takes issue with the British part of British Columbia. Well, go figure, because he doesn't want to be reminded this was once a British colony. For real, though, it was, and I'm pretty sure most people know that. Because remember, the Aboriginals back in those days and other visible minorities, they went to hell with those people. The Aboriginals in particular were put on like these residential schools or something like that, I believe, and it was not fun. Because it destroyed their culture, and that's part of the problem, right? He doesn't want to remember those old, brutal British days. It's hard on them. Now, anything but British Columbia is my preference. We have Salish Seas. I think even calling it the coastal province, anything that brings out the British control, Yoxwell-Lupetin said. I would rather have a republic. I don't want the British monarchy coming here and visiting. Well, okay, that's kind of funny, because didn't, what's her face? Kate and William and their children, they came to that province not too long ago. So it's interesting he says that. I wonder what he would have done if he saw him. Would he punch? Actually, of course, he wouldn't punch him or attack them. But I guess he's not very pleased because he doesn't like what Britain done back in those times. Now, moving on. For Putin, whose art depicts environmental catastrophes and the clash between Aboriginal people and European colonizers, a new name for BC would be the first step in addressing current and historic injustices, like the mistreating of Aboriginals and the Chinese and the Japanese and the black people and the brown people and whoever is pretty much a visible minority. I want it to be changed so we can start to realistically negotiate and trust in stewardship of this land, he said, pointing out that 96% of BC First Nations still do not have treaties. If you want to cut down a tree, pay the Indian. If you want a glass of water, pay the Indian. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up there, bud. So every single time we want to cut down a tree, or if we want to drink a glass of water, we have to pay the Aboriginals? What if it's expensive? That's not very feasible. You know, I don't know if he's being literal here, because that's just nuts. I mean, if you want to cut down the tree, you should be considerate and consider if animals are first living in there or if they're using that tree. If not, look both ways. See if it's legal or not, because I don't know if some areas are protected, and just go ahead and cut it down and make a hut or make a boat or whatever. What's the big deal? Actually, okay, maybe there are some legal consequences. I think you have to get permission from the land or the provincial government. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what the rules are in regards to cutting down trees. Anyway, let's read the last bit of this. So, what would you call British Columbia? Send your name suggestion to letters@vancouvermetro.ca along with an explanation of why you think it would make a good name. Now, for me, honestly, I have no idea what to call this province because I just think it's fine the way it is. Like, British Columbia is something that is recognizable and it rings a bell to most people. A lot of people like to visit this province because it's scenic. You have the Pacific Ocean, you have the mountains, you have the forests, you have the north, that borders the Yukon, and then to the west, the east, it borders Alberta. So British Columbia, and let's not forget to the south, it also borders Washington. Now that's just some random stuff, but it's important to actually mention that stuff because British Columbia is a fairly popular province for tourists, and change to the name may or may not have an effect. I don't know. Like if they're gonna change, it has to be something cool. But I think most people said that they don't want the name to be changed because before I actually read this article, I actually scrolled down to the comments and there were lots of sarcastic, negative comments in regards to this guy saying that he needs to just get out of here or just deal with it. Except that it's British Columbia. Now let me take a closer look at this guy here because I already read this story, so I want to see what's up with him and what he's done and what exactly he draws. Actually, they made it clear in this article that he draws clashes between the evil British people and the Aboriginals. So let's take a look at that right now. And I will go to, should I go to Google Images first, or should I go to Museum of? Actually, let's go to Google Images first. So, okay, here we have some birds and suits, and there's this other one. Actually, the resolution isn't so good. I think I should just go to the UBC website to take a closer look at them. Okay, so here I am at MOA, University of British Columbia, Vancouver campus. So, the artist talks. So, that's him, Lawrence Paul Yaxwilipitin, and here are some of the, actually, I can't really see them right here. I can't scroll. Details. Oh, I guess he has a show where he's going to talk. So, Lawrence Paul Yaxwilipitin, an artist of coastal Salish and Okanagan. Oh, okay, so that's it. So he's a blend of two tribes. I thought he was a Salish. Is known for his bold and political. Where am I? Okay, so yeah, this guy is known for his bold and political approach to Northwest Coast native art. Join us as he speaks about the unceded territories exhibition, his artistic practice, and his quest for education and change, which I just read about. He wants to get rid of this ugly British Columbian name. I think he shouldn't let the name get to him too much because there's more to British Columbia than just a name. Like, sure, it might not be the prettiest name out there, but I personally think it's fine. Okay, there was part of this website that actually let me scroll, but where was it? I want to see his art. That sounded actually pretty cool. Can't see his art. Or should I just go back to Google Images? I don't know. What if it says, oh, no network connection and blah, 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 because that's going to be a bit of an issue. Actually, no, let me just take the chance. So what if it says no network connection? What's the big deal? All right, so let's look at this. And I get a question mark. That's not looking very good, so let's just go back. Actually, let me just judge from here. So, actually, let me click on this. Let me see. Nope. Question mark again. I don't know what's happening. Probably no Wi-Fi. If that's the case, that's just sad. Now back to the issue of this whole British Columbia thing. If I actually had to suggest a real name change, I would make it something cool like the Before Christ province, because that fits the action I'm thinking. That does not fit it. I mean, Christ has never been to British Columbia before. So let us just say leave British Columbia as it is, and just try not to let the British part of it get to you too much. Like, it's a beautiful province, and after all, it is just a name. I mean, it kind of sounds like Colombia, as in a South American country, somewhat, although the two have nothing in common with each other. So I will call it quits now, and I'm so relieved to finally get this video through, because believe it or not, it's taken me 4 attempts to get it right. The reason is that the first time, I don't know, I think it will just keep timing out or locking me out, or what happens is that if you get locked out, you can't stop the camcorder or the screen recorder in this case. So I'm glad that hasn't happened now. That's kind of random. So now it is time for me to call it quits, shut up, and send a suggestion. What should the province be? British Columbia, the West Seas, Sea to Sky, Chacoposa, Kwakwaka? Comment.